Hey, good morning. Uh, uh, you know, when you're trying to make a lot of changes in your life at once, and it gets a little overwhelming, like analysis paralysis, kind of. Well, that happens. That happens, man. But it's a sign of good things to come. I think. Um, yeah, I've been trying to change a lot of things at once. Um, all in the right direction though, so that's pretty awesome, I'd say. Um, it's so hard to get 100% cotton clothes and blankets. It's so crazy, like, specifically about plastic. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, that stuff is ending up in our brains, in our hearts, in our balls. Like, this is a problem, man. This is a real problem. The plastic is just, it's getting it all in our organs. That's no good. That's I'm not an expert on the matter. I don't claim to be, but it doesn't take one to realize that that's not good. That's not good. Any way you look at it, I don't want plastic in my balls. Uh, and they put plastic in our clothes. I'm sure not all plastics are created equal. Um, I'm sure, because there's different types, of course. There's different blends and ways of processing, different, recycling levels and all this stuff. But, man, I know the plastic that they're putting in our clothes is lowering our sperm count, and at least it seems to be pretty related. And the polyester, that's the polyester. And then, whatever plastics ending up in our balls, I'm sure it's coming from a combination of our clothes, our food, our food packaging, our items that we interact with on a daily basis, even like our beds, our and so what I do wonder, like, does that stuff get in your body easier than like the plastic on your, like, your keyboard, or the plastic on your phone case? Because I'm sure they all create microplastics at a different rate under different conditions, with different variables that affect the rate at which they produce microplastics. And I don't know the specifics on what, um, but yeah, I'm trying to get all the plastic out of my life just to be safe as much as I can. I'm trying to make that effort. I think that's good. I think that's a good part of coming into loving relationship with our biology. Um, it seems that, like, I'm not saying all plastic's bad and we need to ban all plastic. I'm not trying to deal in absolutes, but I'm saying that we clearly don't understand enough about plastic and about its relationship to our biology and how to use plastic responsibly in loving relationship, and take necessary precautions to make sure the plastic stops ending up in our brains and in our balls. And so, since we can't do that, well, obviously we can do that, but since we haven't done that, we need to reassess the situation. And so, and then start from scratch, start from the beginning, work our way, back to a loving relationship with plastic. And so, I think the first step in the process is stop what we're doing. Is just stop, uh, as much as we can, as much as possible. Absolutely, just as much as possible. So minimize the plastic exposure to start with, and then uh, you know, go back to the drawing board of how are we going to use plastic? How are we going to reintegrate plastic? Because I'm sure it has a place, you know, I think it does. I think it's a great material that serves a lot of purposes that are not easily solved um, by other materials. So, you know, I like the idea of the bioplastics for sure. That's a great place to start too. You know, what plastics are uh, biodegradable, that can be easily broken down by potentially by the body if they end up in the body. That would be a good thing to study. Um, yeah, and then ones that are biodegradable naturally in the environment too. You know, within a reasonable time scale. But anyway, yeah, I've been trying to get all the plastic out of my life, you know, out of my clothes, wear only organic cotton or other natural fibers. But, you know, finding clothes without plastic in it's really hard actually. Like, you will buy some socks or some underwear that says 100% cotton, but there's still plastic lining in it. There's still elastic. Like, it's not 100% if there's elastic in it. So, yeah, really hard to find stuff without that. And yeah, like it's in things you don't think, like your couch, your blankets, definitely in your blankets, in a lot of your blankets, in your beds. I haven't checked this, but probably in our mattresses, and I don't use a mattress, but you know, I use memory foam, and yeah, I mean that's probably it too. In lampshades, in our toothbrush bristles, right? The food packaging is a big one. That's a big one. That's a hard one. That's a real hard one to navigate with the current system of everyone goes to the store to buy their food. Um, yeah, man, the plastic situation is tough. So, you know, I think it all starts with awareness. I think that's all, you know, that's always the beginning and end of every problem and every solution is awareness. So be aware of what's plastic in your life, you know. Just notice it. Not trying to call anyone to action immediately, but start with noticing it and just see how that evolves your motivations over time. Notice how are you in relationship to plastic in your everyday life? Where do you come into contact with it? Yeah, and then I guess if some solutions to this ever pop up, you know, be in support of it. Um, you know, those two things are the least we can do. So, plastic story is going to be a interesting one to see unfold. Um, I guess this video turned out to be about plastic, so that's cool. All right. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.